Welcome to BISP Solution. So today we have again come up with resolving certain FCCs tickets. So in our series of resolving the different FCCS tickets, so we will be resolving some FCCS tickets today also. So for that, so let's see what are the different tickets which have been available for us to resolve basically. So uh, the concept of these tickets is basically derived from the when an end user is working in some project, or he has to face certain queries, or he has to resolve some to meet out the questions also. So based on that queries and the issues and the small problems, we have just we are going to resolve these tickets. So for today, so let's see, we have this four tickets are there. So we will be just first taking up these tickets, that is after loading the previous year data. Previous year, 5 years historical actual data, the consolidation become very slow. So we have to add control to date view storage and check performance. So the purpose here is we already have the data for last 5 years in our application, and that is causing issue for taking due to which the consolidation time has increased, so it is taking a longer time to consolidate. So therefore, so by adding or by using the control to date view storage functionality of the application, we will see the performance. So we will just see what is the result we can get. And the other ticket is post consolidation data is not visible in reporting currency. So let's first concentrate on this ticket. So for this, to use this control to date view storage data, the application must have the account dimension as the dense dimension. Okay, and by default, in an application, the period and moment dimension are the dense dimension. So to use this function, so I have already created a new application, and in which I have already defined the account dimension as the dense dimension. Okay, so I will have to again re-log in. I will just re-log in into the application. Okay, so I have logged in into the system. Okay, in the application, and I will just show you from the overview. We will go to this dense dimensions option, and then now here you can see the account dimension. Here is the dense dimension. Okay, otherwise by default the moment and period dimensions are the dense dimension. So to use this control to date view feature, we have to use make the account dimension as the dense dimension. And to talk more about this control to date view storage, so it has the option, this is the option available at the time of creation of application. If we can enable it, then it will work. Or or alternatively, we can also enable it when we have already created this application. But the condition here is we must have the account dimension as the dense dimension. So to enable the control to date view storage output option application, creation or from the application screen from existing application. That is, we can just enable it after the creating the application. And choosing not to calculate, okay, it helps us to um it results in smaller application size, faster consolidation time, and faster restructure times, and easier maintenance. Okay, so these are the that we will come to all these slide to this slide once we get into the application and start our working. Okay, so this is the control to date view storage. So let's go and see this. So under the configuration, under the enable features, now you can see the option control to date view storage option is available here, but it has not yet been enabled, it has not been checked. Okay, so to for our resolving this ticket and to compare the different result, I have already uh, created one case, and in which have uploaded the data for the last 5 years, that is from financial year 15 to 19 for this entity East 01. Okay, otherwise if I would take without enabling the control to date view feature. So this data, all these data which I have input in this, have been uploaded without enabling or without using the control to date view storage functionality of this application. Okay, that is, this has not yet been enabled. Okay, now we will enable this and will upload the same trial balances, the trial balances data into some other application, and we'll see the results. And I already have this some data with me, noted down certain data with me, the parameters or the information when this control to date CTD view is not yet been enabled. So we will that compare how, and we'll see whether there will be any changes in the performance is there or not. Okay, so this is the example which I have already taken, have already done it. So in the next, now I already have created another smart view, and in which I have considered the another entity, say it is the south one. Okay, and we will input the data for this entity and we'll check the performance issue. Okay, so before that, so I will just take the screenshot of it, that it has not yet been enabled. So just copy this one and I will just paste it, and before enabling this data, we will take a screenshot of certain parameters also. So under the rules, so for this console cube, we will just take the screenshot of certain parameters and we will just check it. So this is the first one, the dense dimension, the different dimensions which are being available. Okay, and the statistics, different statistics is there. Just copy this one. Okay, and the transactions. Okay, so we don't need the screenshot of this transaction. These two dimension statistics and the statistics are relevant for us. Okay, So I will just drill it down, and now I will enable the feature of control to date view feature, and then we will upload the data into the our smart view. So I have enabled this one, and I'm enabling this feature. So it will give us needs a confirmation from us. We are enabling features non-administrator cannot access the application. When you are done enabling, so enable users to again access the application, you must manually change the application for. Okay, I will just make it as yes. So it is enabling the feature of control to date view. So it may take some time to enable this feature. So till then we can just check the other parameters which I have already been uh, kept for our record for our comparison purpose. So just make it as 10. Let's see whether it has been enabled or not. The consolidation function that you selected was successfully enabled. Before you can use this, we have to sign out and sign in again into the application. So I have done this one. Go to this admin and sign out. Okay. Okay. So we will just sign in into the application again. So this is the application, and we will just go and check the whether it has been enabled or not. Just we will quickly see that enabling feature, and you can say it has been enabled. Control to date view storage feature is being enabled for our application. Just copy this one and keep it for our record purpose. Okay. Now we will come to our smart view. The the entity, we will be uploading the data for the entity South 1 first for the period of FY15, and we will consolidate the figure and will subsequently update the details in the subsequent period. Okay, just okay, that we will do later on. Okay, so I already have the data readily available with me for the financial year 15. So what I will do, I will just copy this one and we'll paste it here. Input South. Okay, so the common stock will be 3 lakh, 2,85,000 is our creditors, and 50,000 is our revenue figure, and this is our expenses, operating as well as the cost of direct expenses. So I have submitted this figure. Now you can see the figure have already been inputted, and we will upload the same for the second entity, the subsidiary entity. this one 1,50,000. So I have kept the this data handy with me so that it will save our time. So it is 35 and we have the 17 and 13. Okay, and for the investment it has been under the intercompany for the South ICP, second entity subsidiary. So I will make the amount as 2 lakh. Okay, this is the investment. Okay, so I have input this investment in subsidiary with intercompany as the other entity, the subsidiary company. Okay, just submit this one. Okay, so it has been submitted, but the figures have not yet been rolled up. For that, we will have to run the consolidation. So we will just go here and first we will define the entity structure here, ownership structure here for the year actual FY15 Jan for the South. So we will just keep it, make it as the South one as the holding one, and will South 2 will be our subsidiary with 80% ownership. So just save this one and we will just for the sake of convenience we will just recompute the ownership data. Okay, it has been successfully done. Now we will run the business rule, consolidation business rule, so that we can, okay, now you can see, okay, I will just show you that one also. So first just geography, the parent entity actual Jan 15. So we have been doing consolidation for FY15. So just to launch it, it has been started. Let's go to the job and see the consolidation time it has taken. Okay, just keep this one. Now it has taken the total time of this is the time it has taken. Okay, just copy this one and paste in our record. FY15 consolidation time with CTD. Okay, so let's come to our application, our output file. This is our output file, and I have already just set the already defined the different POV here. I will go to this and set the connection and will refresh it. Now you can see we got the consolidation has been done here. Now you can see here the common stock is being, say you, I will just highlight this one, the parent currency, and these two are the the entities under the parent. The amount of common stock is reflecting only of the holding company, right? And accordingly the goodwill have been calculated here, and the retained earning and the minority interest have been calculated accordingly, right? So this is the first year in which we have input and the consolidation has been done. Okay, with we have captured the time taken for this purpose. Okay, now what we will do, we will input the figures for the other period, for the subsequent period, Feb FY15, then we will come to this 16, 17, 18 and 19. So I have already built up this POV for our purpose. Okay, now you can see this is for the south one, and this is the south 2, the subsidiary entity, and this is the parent entity in which the rolling up figures will be uploaded. Okay, so we already have the figures for 15. Now we will input the figures for 16, 17, 18 and 19. Okay, so for that I already have the figures with me. I will just copy this one. Okay, what I will do, I will just try to input this at a one go, and let's see whether it accept or not. Let's submit. It has submitted. It has been submitted. To save our time, I'm just inputting the number for all the uh, subsequent periods, 16 to 19, and creditors, and for the income figure, and for the expenses figures. Just submit this one. Now the figures have been updated for the holding company. Now we will input the data for the subsidiary company. So 16 to 19, and this is for the common stock. So I have used some hypothetical numeric figures for our for resolving for our class purpose. 73. Now we will input the figures for the uh, expenses for the subsidiary company. Okay, now you can see with the figures have been input into the in our smart view, and we have to run the consolidation to get the figures being rolled up to the parent level, at the topmost level, that is at the balance sheet level. So for that we will go to this one and select the business rule. Okay, let's go and check that. Consolidate. So I will be using total geography actual January 15, and I will change the financial year, it is 16, just to launch it. And we will go and check it in the job. Now you can see we got the error while consolidating. So let's check that one. So it is giving us an error that a method called ownership data change in the last period of the prior year. So please copy ownership data for the last period of the prior year, that is actual FY15. Okay, it has been uh, saying that the as we have been inputting the data for the subsequent year, financial year 15, for that we have to recompute the ownership data, because the data has been changed, and have to carry forward the ownership data from the financial year FY15 to FY16. So before that, uh, um, uh, without doing that, we will not be able to run the consolidation. So for that, I will just come to the consolidation ownership structure. I will select this FY16, and okay, not the FY16. I will have to carry forward this one. Go to 15, and under the period I will select the December period. Okay, 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 and just now you can see we are getting this message: ownership data change, please copy ownership data to the next year. So just first save this one, and just now we got this option, copy ownership data to next year. So just click on that. It has been successfully copied data to the next year. Okay, now we will just come to this 16 and okay, I will just click it. Okay, so we are now in the FI16. Okay, ownership data have been saved successfully for the year FI16 and up to period December. Uh, Up to period December. Now let's see and run the consolidation first. The business rule consolidate 515. So it is already it is FI16 is there. Just go and launch it. Let's see whether we get success in consolidating the figures for FI16. Now you can see we got the success method of it has been successfully been run the rule of business consolidation rule for the year 16. So just take a and it has taken a 5 seconds for it. So just copy this one and just keep it safe for our record. So just copy it FI16 and FI16. Okay, so now we will have to repeat this process for all the subsequent period. Okay, 17, 18 and 19. So without transferring or by uh, carry forwarding the ownership data to the next year, it will not be it will not allow us to run the consolidation. So we are in the December period, so we will just save this one and we'll copy ownership data to next year. So it will automatically copy the data for next year 17. Okay, so what I will do, I will just do and select this one for the next year, copy and subsequent. Okay, it is again given us the message that for the year 17 we have to ownership do the copy of the ownership data. So before that I will just come to this one. Now we don't have the figures for this 16. I will just refresh this one. Now you can see we got this figure of 2 lakh consolidation 16. Okay, okay, I there is a mistake from my side. I will have to input this 2 lakh for this also, and for all the subsequent period I will just submit this one as we are getting the difference in the application in the balance sheet. So just again come here and we will run the business rule again. Consolidate FI16, just launch it. We will just check from the job. It has been consolidated the figure. So it has taken and 4 minutes, 4 seconds basically. And let's come here and just now for the 16 we got this balance sheet being our balance sheet is being tallied by uh, is tallied as we have not run the business rule for 17, 18 and 19. We will not be able to get the figures for this period. Okay, so come to the consolidation ownership structure. We will just carry forward this copy ownership structure to next year. So just save this one. We are in the year 17. Copy, save the changes and carry forward to the next year. Copy ownership to next year. Okay, now we will just change the data year to 18. Okay, so again we will have to copy the ownership data to next year, that is FY19. It has been copied successfully. Just make a save, and as we have input the figures for 19, so let's do this ownership, copy this ownership data for year 19 also. First we can just save this one, and okay, now we have copied the ownership data for all the month, for all the years. Now we will run one by one, run the rule for each year. We have run the rule for FY 16. Now we will run the rule for 17 also. Okay, it has been copied. Go to the jobs, consolidate. Now you can see we are getting a the time is getting reduced. It has completed the consolidation by in a 2 seconds only. So copy this one, just keep it for our reference. Copy and 7. Make it as 18 and make it as 19. Okay. Now we will run the consolidation. Now just check the figures in our smart view. Now you can see for the financial year 17 we also got the balance sheet being tallied. Okay, and subsequently for individual also we are not, the balance sheet is being tallied here. Okay, so just go and run the business rule for 18. As we have already copied the ownership data up to financial year 19, so it will not give us any the error. Okay, so just go to job, consolidate. So it has taken and a time of 6 seconds. Now I think I have to tell share with you the one of the okay, by this as we have enabled the control to date view, so we automatically get these 4 members being created under the business rule. Okay, when you enable this feature, the system automatically adds the following consolidate and translate rules to the application. So these are the 3 rules which they have created, which is created due to CTD view. From here also we can just run the consolidated view by selected view. Okay, enter scenario, enter will be NT period year period. Okay, so just go here in our smart view and just check it, refresh it. So we will get the figures for financial year 18 also. Now the financial year 19 figures are pending only. So for that we will just use this consolidate by selected view option. So for this inter-entity, we will use this total geography. Year will be our FI 15, period will be our Jan, and scenario will be actual. So the inter by view, selected by view here means the view here is our periodic. Okay, so just launch it. So it has completed the consolidation. Let's go to the job and see the data. Now it has taken a longer time. Copy this one. Okay, now we will run this rule with the same with the normal consolidation option. Geography FI 15 and 19. Now it has run the consolidation rule. Now go to our job and see the difference. So it has taken only 1 second. Copy this one and keep it for our record. Okay, and let's go to our smart view and refresh it. Now you can see the figures for the financial years have been uploaded successfully at the parent level, that is S100, and the balance sheet, our balance sheet is our definitely the tallied one. So this is the time which we have recorded. So let's compare it with the time which we have the consolidation time taken when this facility, when this functionality is not being enabled. So I have that data also. So I will to make it as 12. So so the consolidation time taken for the financial year when not enabled, financial consolidation time taken here, it is 47 to 52. So I will just keep it as here, and for the year 18. So what is the figure for the 18? It is, just copy this one and just paste it here, and also for the 17. Control C, and for the 16, this is for the 16, and for the first year, that is for the 15. So Okay, now one can see that for when we have enabled, it has taken the 1 second, but when it was not enabled, uh, it has taken, I will have to increase this size, 47 to means it has taken almost a 5 second. Okay, 5 second, and it has taken 1 second, and similarly for this one, it has taken uh, it has taken 33 to 42, 9 second. Sorry, yeah, 9 second. This one, no, sorry, this one, 6 to 4, yeah, 4 second when it has been enabled, and when it has not been enabled, it has taken 4 seconds similarly. And for the financial year 17, it has taken 4 seconds, and similarly for this, only 4 second. So similarly, the time taken is almost same, but for the last year, financial year, when the data is a when there has been a data for the last 5 years was there, it has taken and only 1 second here when we use this. But when we have used that the CTD view functionality here, it has given us a time of 9 seconds basically. So it is using this consolidation without the CTD, uh, it has taken only 1 second, and it has for the and when it was not enabled, it has taken the 5 seconds. So one can just see that when there has been a large number of data is there, so it is always advisable to have this CTD view enabled for, and it will reduce our the consolidation time. So it has taken almost a lesser time for all the scenarios. Okay, so this is the data which we have already been and it has been tallied with our balance sheet is now being tallied. Now again we have one functionality is there also to restructure this cube. Now we have uploaded the data into our application. Now let's go and see the different parameters which we have seen in at the start of our this session. Now I have just refresh it. Now under this dimension, so I will just close this one and reopen this. Okay, I will have to close it completely. Stay on page, sorry, leave page, and we will just will check the different parameters. Now under the dimensions, I think this will remain same. Okay, we will just paste it here, and under the statistics, we have these parameters. So just again copy this one and paste it beside our earlier one. Okay. Now you can see the block size is remains same, and the number of existing block has increased from 7089 to 12650 as we have additionally input the data. And also the zero level backs blocks have been increased, and block density has reduced from 4 to 4.27 from 5.49. Also the average clustering ratio, the earlier it was 0.76, now it is being came to 0.36. So for that, to improve our performance, we can just do the restructure of the queue, and let's see the result again. Okay, whether we can just improve this average clustering ratio or not. So for that, we will just go to here, home page, under the consolidation. So no, I think this has been enabled. Configurable rules, they have been enabled. Yes, okay, okay, okay. I will now to have to come here. So for that, what I will do, I will go to the job, to the structure queue, and schedule job. Now we have the different what jobs are the list of job is available here. So I will just click on this restructure queue, run now, and I will just click on okay. Before that, I will just do the consolidation once again. Rule. So because before doing this, we will have to consolidate the figures. So just to make it as 15, launch. I think it must have run the consolidation jobs. It has consolidated. It has taken no time, means in the same second it has completed the job. So we will go to the schedule job. We'll take on this restructure queue, click on this run now, and press the next one. So console, for the console queue, next, and just finish it. So it has been restructuring the data. So it has done the restructuring within no time, that is by 2 seconds. Okay, so just close this one, and we will again check the parameters here. So what I will do, I will just better close this one, leave page, and will again come here. Okay, dimensions will remain there same. Now the under the statistics, we will just copy this one, copy. So we will just keep this for our reference. Before cube restructure, we will just paste that data, this screenshot. Now you can see the existing upper level block has reduced from 9096 to, or it is to 9092. So there has been, but there has been a drastically increase in the average clustering ratio. of 0.99, and which was earlier was 0.36. So and the Google and the admins code, the Oracle also said this average clustering ratio should be near to 1. It is advisable that the average clustering ratio, if it is 1 or around 1, it is the best one, and it helps to improve the performance. So we have achieved that through our by restructuring the cube. Okay, so I hope we have just solved this one by comparing the different results of the consolidation for the last 5 years by enabling the CTD and without the CTD. Now we will just take up the another ticket here, that is post consolidation data is not visible in reporting currency USD reporting. So for that I already have this data with me. Okay, East 103. What I will do, just delete this figure. So for this one I will just input some amount here, 10,000, and for the income say 20,000 for the entity East 103, and I will submit the data. Okay, now I want to see this figure in the USD reporting. Okay, so for this I will just reporting, and I will just refresh it. Now you can see this data has been okay. That data is not been an error while saving data. Okay, so some amount was there related to this 12,500. Okay, now for this the two amount I will just delete. For these two account, that is bank and the income, we are not getting the USD reporting amount here. Okay, so what would have been the reason? So the reason behind it, that we may not have defined the currency rate, or we have not used the translation here. We have not translated for this currency. So what we will do, we will just go and translate. For that we will run the business rule. So it is better to first run the consolidation for the January. It is 15. Okay, launch it, as we have input the data for the year financial year 15. So, and we will just translate the figures. We have to translate it into the USD reporting January. So just to make it as, select that appropriate entity E100. Okay, January 15, and just launch it. Now it has been run. Now just go and check it whether we get this USD reporting amount, yes or no. Now you can see we got this figure of bank Citibank, that is one of the member, has been translated to USD reporting to 12,500, and income, that is 25,000. So let's check whether what are the rates being applied here. So it is 1.250, 1.25, and for this Citibank it is also the 1.25. As we have run the consolidation, the figure which was coming here for this have been now been deleted. 1.25. Now let's go and check whether this it is converting at the same rate or not. For that we will go to and check the amount entered, the exchange rate entered for these currencies. For that we will go to this data, and under this exchange rate single period. Okay, so this is for the financial year 19 and December and actual. So we will have to change this one to Jan and year to 15. The scenario is our actual. So just click this one and save this one. So it has taken the figure as 1.25. The data has been saved. Okay. Though it has not been, I have already input that figure into the USD East 103. Okay. It has taken that figure 1.1. I have already defined here, but I think why it is not being showing it here. So let's make it as 1.50 or 2. Just save this one. GBP. So this is the GBP is the the currency defined for this uh, for this entity East 103. Now we will again go and run the consolidation and translate, and we'll see whether this figure will change or not. So it is always better to have this, run the consolidation and run the translation here. Okay. Now you can see the figure has been changed to 2. Maybe by due to some default error that it was capturing the detail, the earlier figure of 1.25, which I have deleted. So the rate which we have defined here is 2, and it has converted the GBP and amount to the USD reporting correctly. So it has increased the uh, amount under the USD reporting. Okay, so this is the tickets which this is the second ticket which we have solved today. So the first one has taken a very longer period of time. So that's all for today, and we will just come and with more tickets to solve in our coming sessions. So till that we can just it's time to say goodbye. Thank you.